So let's start how to use Vlookup. So for the Vlookup, first we will learn how we can write the Vlookup function. For that, I will be using some data. So this is the data, this is the form where on the basis of employee code, I have to fetch employee name, SSN number, region, earnings, department and start date. So for this, we have some source data, and that source data is in this employees sheet where we have employee code, first name, last name, region, SSN, department, earnings and start date. So based on employee code, I need to fetch out the following details from this master data. We can call it a master or a source data. So let's see how to write that function. So for writing a function, we can go in the formula tab. There under the correct category, that is lookup and reference, we will find the Vlookup function. When we click Vlookup, a small pop-up window will appear. Now here the very first thing is the lookup value. So what is our lookup value? So basically lookup value is the value which is given based on which we want to fetch out the other data. So in our case, this one is the lookup value. So we have to give the reference of this particular cell under lookup value. So we can select this and it will appear like here. Then there is a table array. Table array is basically the master data, the details of the master data. So the details of master data is within this employees table. So what we can do is we can select the entire data like this and it will appear here. Then the third argument is the column index number. For the column index number is the index number of what we are trying to fetch out and its position in the master data. So if we go for the master data, this is our master data and we are trying to fetch out the employee first name which is lying under the second position, right, at the second position starting from left hand side. So here column index number will be 2. And the last option is the range lookup. Range lookup in which we write whether we are trying to find out the exact match or an approximate match. So here in our case we want an exact match, that is whatever is there in cell number B2, that is S112, the same I want to come from my master data. I need to find out S112 from my master data. But so here in our case, this value, that is range lookup, we are trying to find, since we are trying to find the exact match, so we have to tell it that yes, we want to find out exact match. That means range lookup is false. Here we can get the description that range lookup value closest match in first column, that is true or omitted, find the exact match is equal to false. So for that we need to write either false or 0. So we have both the options, we can write false or 0 and then we can click on OK. As soon as we click on OK, we will get the exact value which is the employee name of corresponding employee code. This is how we use the VLOOKUP, and using the same formula we can get the SSN, region, earning, department and start date